Hi, welcome to Divinely Guided Tarot. This is a love reading for you folk who think you might be on a twin flame journey. This is really looking into if this is your twin flame, okay? So I've gone ahead and shuffled the cards and I have a couple questions for you, Spirit. I hope you're ready. If you're new, welcome. And for those who have been following me, thank you for your support. I love it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Always love your comments, guys. I do read every single comment you leave me. And I do try to reply to it as well. I would like to know, Spirit, what is the connection between the viewer and the love interest? What is the connection between the lover and the viewer and the viewer and the lover? What is the connection, please? What is the connection for the two? What brings these two people together? Okay, so the Prince of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So this is something that this connection brings you to a place where you have openness. You can give love freely. It's like the sense of vulnerable love that I'm feeling. It's also the feeling of having new love come in for you, as far as expanding and vulnerability. I feel like this person that you're interested in, they could be feeling the vulnerable, like raw, true emotions, things that they've never felt before. And so in a sense, it could cause a little bit of fear in there. And people will ask, how can you be have fear of love? Well, when you have true vulnerable love, it brings in fear as far as with your ego, because you've never felt such a thing before in your life. So it's life altering kind of love, okay? So this connection, I feel that there is a sense of renewal and a sense of passion and just being able to openly tell each other your vulnerabilities. I do feel like you as the viewer have these emotions for someone. Or you might not otherwise be here. But I feel that the other party as well feels the same for you, okay? At the top of the deck is the Seven of Arrows. So there's something that could be definitely being withheld from you at this point. A sense of not being free and honest and flowing, even though the emotions and the feelings are there, okay? For some of you, if you get in twin flame relationships, it's like one of you becomes the runner and one of you becomes the chaser. So you could be going through that right now, and that's why you're here wondering. But then there is this sense of rejoice and coming together. This is at the bottom of the deck. So definitely something's happening that brings happiness, okay? And if you're going through a chaser runner phase right now, it's like you could definitely come back and have a reunion with this person, okay, in the future. So let's see. My next question is, I would like to know what brought the two together. What brought the viewer and the love interest together, please? Okay. The Six of Arrows, so movement. Maybe you've lost something. Okay, with the Six of Swords, it's like you might have lost something that was difficult. At the moment that you meet your twin flame, there's typically some catastrophic thing that happens to you, whether it's a bad breakup with someone or just a bad relationship with someone in a family, or just when you're just feeling the worst and you move out of it, you move yourself out of it. And then that's where that opening comes for that twin flame to come, because in a sense, you're both ready to meet each other. You're both ready to meet each other, but it doesn't necessarily always seem like it's going to be smooth sailing. There's work put into it, okay? So perhaps maybe you left something very hard and then you somehow ran into this person, okay? So I feel like you could have had some kind of something that you moved out of. If you take the minute and look at right before you met this person, were you going through a difficult time in your life? Was there something that you walked away from and it opened you up to meeting this Two of Cups, this person, your soulmate, your twin flame? Okay, so that's typically how you know it's a twin flame. It's because something has happened to you so bad in the past And right before you meet this person, it's like it's a catalyst. It's something that moves you, okay? Moves you to this person. So I feel like it was something that was quickly and out of the blue. You weren't expecting it. You could have been going through some kind of hard thing in your life, okay? Something that just held you. It just held you back, okay? And then all of a sudden you just met this person, and there's a sense of vulnerability, and where have you been all my life, okay? So there's some kind of victory in this connection. It was like spirit had a victory in placing you together when you met, okay? So I definitely feel that this is your twin flame, definitely, okay? And that's going to be my next question, because I do feel like you moved into meeting each other. You moved in as far as leaving a rough time in the past and really being able to come together, okay? Are they twin flames is my next question. And I definitely feel that already, because the Two of Cups is there. Are they twin flames? Okay, so I do believe you are twin flames. With the Three of Cups, it's a yes, okay? This is where there's a new beginning with the Magician. This is spirit manipulating the whole energy, the whole universe to get you together, okay? Wanting you to come together in this kind of relationship that opens you up like to no other. This is brought to you in order to expand and open up and leave things that are hard in your life. Really learn who you are. This is definitely something that is placed to you by spirit. Don't mind my cards moving around because I have the fan on today. It's a little cold. It's a little hot. So I do feel like with the Magician, it's like spirit really manipulating you two coming together as one. And it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. A twin flame journey and a twin flame connection is not like your regular mom and pop kind of girl next door and boy next door kind of relationship. If you think that's what it is, it really isn't. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about spirituality and really being brought together at the right moment for the right time and having a connection like no other. This is definitely where you learn to choose correctly in your life. Really analyzing and taking the lessons you've learned to pick the right things in your life that will have balance and definitely bring you into a happier state, okay? Being able to express emotion and love towards someone in a vulnerable kind of state, which we as humans don't typically reach this kind of love with the person. As far as having vulnerability and truth, we don't really reach it too often. But this is a spiritual connection. And my question was, are you twin flames? And I definitely do feel it is, because spirit has brought you here together to try to make you come as a one. Okay, this Three of Wands, it's like, see, you each hold the wand, okay, but there's one back here. This whole journey is about making these two wands come into one, okay? Really expanding and understanding why you're here. So I definitely do feel that you are twin flames, but let's clarify this Three of Wands. And see, there's two threes. I just realized that there's a Three of Cups here, the Magician, and then the Three of Wands. Okay, so 3 is definitely that number of spirituality, having that strong core, the mind, the body, and the spirit all is one. So I definitely feel like this is a true twin flame connection for you if you're having these kind of things happen for you. See where Two of Coins, this is balancing out your emotions. This is definitely where it brings you balance. You both bring balance to each other. And this is what, if you're having maybe a runner or chasing, it's like you got to balance your energies as far as for each other in order to stay on a high vibrating kind of balanced energy. Okay, so I do feel like this is your twin flame, definitely. Okay, let's see here. Where does growth need to take place in order for these twins to come into a marital union? okay, to come together as a union. Where does growth need to take place? So the Seven of Wands is in reverse, and the Princess of Cups. So in order for you to have some kind of growth, you've got to let go of things. With the Seven of Wands, you're not standing up for yourself. You're not standing up for what your true passions are. Okay, whether this is you or your love interest, you got to learn in order to grow in this connection and come together in a spiritual union as far as on the material plane. You've got to really open up to having communication and really raw emotion, okay? Because this connection is like a love like no other. It's something that you learn to balance out and leave things that are negative and move into more of a positive state for you. So there needs to be growth as far as being able to stand up to the people, stand up to family, stand up to your values, your cores. Eights are about strength, inner strength, learning, moving, and having growth. And the Princess of Cups is really having that that kind of connection that is like no other. Okay, typically the Princess of Cups would be, that Page of Cups where you get messages. Well, in a twin flame, you don't get the kind of messages like on text or phone or regular communication. This is communication coming down intuitively. This is information coming down knowingly. This is communication as far as telepathic communications, because twin flames speak on a telepathic communication. So if you think you're going crazy and hearing little things in your head, that's your twin talking to you. And see, with this world changing, and it is going through changes, guys, but that's like a different reading. But it's like eventually we'll all speak on a telepathic level, okay? And telepathic doesn't have word for word, sentence for sentence. It's like telepathic. It's like you could get one feeling and have a whole sentence in front of you, okay? A whole paragraph. So you're getting intuitive messages from your twin flame. And sometimes maybe, the runner could think, oh my God, this is not real, what's going on? But the runner could be feeling things of the chaser, the person that's more enlightened, okay? So it's very interesting. You can find out about twin flames more on YouTube. Definitely, there's so much to learn about twin flames, okay? But you definitely need to stand up to things. You need to take control as far as your passions, whatever you're getting on the inside as far as messages intuitively, telepathically. You need to move on them. Really take them for face value and truth, okay? I do feel that there needs to be growth with that. And that's going to bring you to this Ten of Pentacles, where you have that happiness that you want, you seek. And it's like a strive for happiness in all aspects of your life, okay? And right now I want to see, let's see here. I want to ask with a different deck. I would like to know, for the divine masculine of this connection, what do they need to surrender? What does the divine masculine need to surrender from this group, from this couple, okay? So divine masculine, whether it be you or your counterpart, need to surrender to the desire to control people. And so this card says, being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To move more effectively, achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So it's like, don't try to control someone, whether you're the masculine or the feminine. You have to take it as it resonates, okay? Because we are twin flames, and everybody in general has masculine and feminine energies in it. So if you take on more of the masculine energy, it's telling you try not to control the situation. That's pretty much what it's telling you, okay? And then surrender to joy. Okay, the key to a positive change in your life is to let joy and let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the heated, hard times and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. Okay, so no matter what you go through, you gotta stay happy. Okay, and then surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So divine masculines really need to let go of self-esteem, really pull their life and surrender to joy, and really you can't control what other people do around you. You can't be stuck in a situation because of what other people are doing around you. Okay, surrender to your ego. Look at that. That's a masculine. Definitely releasing ego. Okay, so that is something that needs to transpire for your divine masculine. At the top of the deck is interesting because it's surrender to your intuition, which is what I spoke about with this Princess of Cups. Okay, really following your intuition and your telepathic communication that you can have with your twin flame, really standing up to it. Okay, I'm going to ask the same question for this divine feminine. Okay, for the divine feminine of this connection, what do they need to surrender? What does the divine feminine need to surrender in order to come together in a union? Hope you guys like this reading. I do. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. The one that came out is really surrender to your intuition. Okay. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowing, or that moment that comes through to guide you. Okay. Because see, like I told you, this connection is so different than what you've ever had. And if you don't believe in telepathic connections and intuition and really listening to those little ideas that come up for you, and you question all those little ideas and you say, no, I'm going crazy, this is spirit saying, knock that off, because you have a knowing. This is not a regular relationship. If you're having too much time worrying about when you're going to come together with this person, you got to release that. That's your ego. Because you have a knowing that this person is with you. And this person is with you 100% of the time, because through telepathic connection, they're with you all the time. It's like stuck. That's why you're here. You're questioning, is this my twin flame? Well, yeah, it's your twin flame, but you really need to surrender to your intuition and your knowing, okay? A lot of this twin flame journey is about knowing. And see, surrender to that. To the wonder and awe, which says open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So there is a connection there, guys, for you, okay? And then at the top of the deck, surrender to your full power, which is saying your life is calling for you to step in your full power rather than playing it small. So really controlling your energies, okay? So that is beautiful, because that is definitely what a twin flame journey is, okay? Surrendering. There's a lot of surrendering, guys. Okay, so I would like to know, let's see. Will this couple come together? Will they come together in this lifetime? Will they be strong enough and mature enough and learn lessons enough to be able to come together in this lifetime? You have the same twin flame through all lifetimes, okay? And sometimes they don't find you, and sometimes they do find you. So let's see here. The Justice and the Five of Wands. So with the Justice, it's definitely saying you're going to get some kind of balance, okay? But you gotta release some kind of toxicities, whether it be toxic people in your life, They could be your counterparts needs to release some kind of toxicity, or maybe another person. Maybe you're competing against lovers, because definitely sometimes when you meet your twin flame, you're sometimes already connected to someone else. So clarify the Five of Wands. Is this saying they need to leave someone else in order to come with twin flame? I do believe that that is the truth here. You could be with someone that is already involved with someone, but the justice is saying there will be balance in that, to where you can come together with this desire, because this connection with your twin flame is like they stick to you. You can't get rid of them, really. I mean, you can move on and do your own thing and let them do their own thing, but they're always going to be with you, connecting to your energy, okay? So I do feel like there is something that's going to happen, something that is going to transpire for you in order to come together in this lifetime. Definitely having success, okay, and ending some kind of cycles in your life in order for you to come together. Definitely. I want to see. I'm very drawn. I want to see if you guys been together in another lifetime. Okay, because I asked the question of if you will get together in this lifetime, something is just making me ask whether or not you've been together in another lifetime. Because like I said, you do have one twin flame, and they do jump lives for you. Sometimes you have a twin flame that is not on this planet and you still feel them. And sometimes you reincarnate and you come together on the planet at the same time, if that makes sense, okay? It's very complicated, guys, but there's definitely lots of things you can educate yourself in so you can have clarity. Have this group of twins, have they been together in a past lifetime, please? Have they been together in a past lifetime? So communal living and Asia, you might have at some point been together. Communal living, meaning like the same kind of village, the same kind of, maybe in the same kind of city, something like this. And in Asia, maybe it was in Asia, something like this. Let's see if anything else can come out for you. And then I can explain these better. Okay. And father. Okay, so perhaps in your other lifetime, there was a connection of family. You could have lived in the same city in Asia. Okay, and you could have been like family, okay, whether it's soul families, something like this, okay, but you lived together before, okay, is what I'm trying to tell you. I feel with the Asia card here, definitely it could be on the Asian continent that you were together in your past life, but it also is saying with this card that maybe in the past, because the Asian culture is so very different as far as they weren't really that kind of culture where you could just voice things. Everything was pretty much lined up for you as far as arranged marriages. Like, you really didn't have that kind of power to really voice your own opinions, your own thoughts, your own taste, anything like that. It was a very constructed kind of culture that you came from, and you really couldn't voice what you truly wanted. And so now in this lifetime, you're learning to find that voice and really speak what you want, okay? So if your twin is the kind of person that holds back from you, this is something that they have to have growth in, okay? As far as voicing what they truly want. It could be you or your partner that needs to have this kind of help, okay? As far as evolving into this lifetime. I feel that this person, if it's you or your twin, you have to take it as it resonates. But I feel like you've learned to voice things and gotten more passionate as far as how to live your life now, okay? With the communal living, definitely, I feel like you've lived together before in a family surrounding, maybe shared habitat together, you could have been in the same family. As far as maybe role reversal, maybe they were your father and now they're here as your twin. It's like it definitely could be that for some of you, you have a divine masculine who has a lot of trouble with their father. Okay, and so this is something that a karma needs to be released in order for that karma to be broken and start really living the kind of life that you want, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's what they're just telling me right now. But I definitely feel like this connection for you is about really finding your voice and really finding the truths inside of you, because there is a connection there of family. So maybe you were together before, maybe you had children together before, and you definitely shared a close space together. Okay, very beautiful. I feel like you need to, if it's not you or your divine masculine that needs to break some kind of negative patterns with the father role, the father, maybe in this lifetime you haven't had a good connection with your father, and if it isn't you that hasn't had a good connection, it could be your twin, which really in the sense will hold them back from coming together with you if they don't release these patterns, if that makes sense for you. Okay, so I what I'm trying to say is there needs to be something as far as forgiving family, negative things that family have done to you, whether it be early childhood, definitely having some kind of trouble. If they don't release that, you could be stuck not coming together. Okay, but I definitely feel like in your lifetime, in your past lifetime, you shared some kind of living space with this person in your past. Okay, I hope that was interesting for you guys. Sometimes I feel like twin flames could go over people's head, and that's because they're not really in the twin flame journey. And so if you're really in the twin flame journey, you'll understand this reading. Okay, is pretty much what I'm trying to say. Okay, so my next question here is, let's see here. I would like to know, how can this set of twins, if they're not already together, how can they come together faster in this material plane, this time? How can they come together faster? Move away from anything that is heartbreaking, anything that holds you back, to as far as you or your partner feeling at a loss, feeling regrets for things that they've done that didn't come to, feeling a lack of, feeling a sense of low self-esteem. Really, this will get you or your twin out of this kind of, when you get you or your twin out of this kind of headspace, it'll allow you to move faster into this union that you so seek. I do feel like you seek a connection and a union with this person. Clarify the Five of Cups. Thank you. Seven of Swords, not holding back. So the sooner you stop holding back, or the sooner that person starts holding back from you, how they truly feel for you, is the faster that you can come together in union in this on this time, this parallel. That's what I'm trying to say. There you go. Okay, clarify the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I feel that if you're separated right now, this is going to end. It's a temporary phase. There's things ending as far as the Ten of Wands, completing cycles. Wands are about emotion and taking on responsibilities that are not yours, burdens. This is coming to an end. Letting go of things that didn't come out the way you planned. Having sorrow and regrets about things that didn't work out for you. It's definitely empowering yourself with the Emperor that came out next. I'm going to show you. The Emperor, see, this Emperor is beautiful because he has his Empress next to him. So the sooner that you or your loved one feels empowered and has this structure and this foundation, just this power inside of them, that's when they will be able to move forward to you and become one. Okay, so the Emperor really is speaking of having that power and really having that connection with someone. Okay, so I do feel it is coming for you. If you're in a place of running and chasing and separation, that'll come to pass, okay, for you guys. Okay, and look at that at the bottom of the deck, there's that, yeah, Four of Wands, where you come together as one. And see the 1111, like, yeah, this is definitely your twin flame, guys. And if you're thinking it's not moving in this direction, then you got some work to do, because they're with you continuously, energetically and telepathically. Definitely, I love it. Look at that. And then having truth and clarity, really following your intuition on this journey, because that is your twin. All right, I love it, guys. I hope you like this reading. Please leave me your comments if you have any questions about it. I know it's something that it's hard for people to grasp, but if you're really thinking you're in this journey, leave me some comments and questions and I will answer them. Have a great day. Thank you for sharing time with me.